Is the hoverboard OP? Yeah, I think so. How do you know? I've set up a series of challenges to see just how overpowered the hoverboard really is. Wow, that sounds cool. It is, so let's get started. First up, we've got the carrying capacity. While using the hoverboard, you can grab any item, no matter how big it is, and you can use the hoverboard to transport the item wherever you want. And it's much faster than you would be able to carry it by walking. By the way, no other vehicle is capable of moving an unpackaged item, such as a platform full of other items. So the hoverboard is unique in that sense, and you can also use some other tricks to make it even better, but we'll talk about that in just a second. You can see me carrying a ton of stuff while on the hoverboard, and it's really easy to do. Once you unlock the hoverboard, you can basically do whatever you want, and it's extremely good for going from one place to another if you don't need to get any other things. But if you also need to, for example, let's say you need to carry a platform from one base to another base, instead of packaging it and packaging everything that's on it, if you have a lot of items on it, throwing all of those packaged items onto a large rover and then driving them over to your other base and then unpacking them, it's so much easier just getting on the hoverboard, picking up the platform and driving all the way there. You just place the platform, it's done. So this is a big plus for the hoverboard, and it's unique in that no other vehicle can do that in Astroneer. Now let's move on to the next thing, and that's combos. Like I said, you can use some tricks to get the hoverboard to be even better. You know how you can add Inoki into your backpack, and that makes you sprint faster and jump higher. Well, those effects also work while you are on the hoverboard. So this dramatically increases the performance of this vehicle, and again, this does not work for any other vehicle. If you've got Inoki in your backpack and he's active, and you get into a buggy or a rover or a shuttle or the VTOL or whatever, you will not drive faster, you won't be able to jump at all. But if you get in on the hoverboard, you get all the benefits. Now another good combo is to use the hoverboard with Princess. This will make sure you get no fall damage. If you've already got Inoki in there, you can go faster and you can sprint higher, but you can also fall worse because of that. So when you fall off a cliff, off a ledge, when you roll down a hill, whatever you do, if you've got Princess active in your backpack, you will get no damage, and you will also get no damage from all types of hazards. So having Princess in the mix allows you to not worry about it and just enjoy the ride on the hoverboard. The best thing is if you have the hoverboard with Princess and Inoki both active. That's the perfect storm. And if you've also got either Stilgar or a portable oxygenator, you don't have to worry about anything in the whole game. And to be honest, having all of that on you and just going along with the hoverboard turns Astroneer into an arcade Subway Surfers type of style where you just avoid obstacles while going across the planet. I love to do that just to relax while listening to a podcast, but you can also use it to get stuff done in the game. I have used it in the past to complete a ton of missions really quick, so this has a lot of applications. Now let's move on to the next thing, which is speed. The hoverboard is pretty fast, and if you also get Inoki, as I said, it becomes one of, if not the fastest vehicle in Astroneer. I haven't tested this, but probably Cole is just as fast as the hoverboard with Inoki. It might be a little bit faster, but it can only go on rails that you've previously placed. So I would say that the hoverboard with Inoki is the fastest thing you can get your hands on in Astroneer. It's definitely faster than a rover or a buggy. And the good thing is that you can also jump, but we'll talk about that in the next point, which is maneuverability. Using the hoverboard, you can easily jump over gaps, go around or over obstacles. You no longer have to get out of your vehicle, be it a buggy or a rover, so that you can use your terrain tool to build a bridge in order to get over a gap, or so that you can fill up a hole so that you don't fall into it. Using the hoverboard, you just jump, you go over obstacles, around them, everything's so easy. And even when you can't really do that, let's say it's a big gap, you can't jump over it, even if you've got Inoki in the backpack, then you can just use your terrain tool while on the hoverboard. You can dispatch any obstacles or unwanted debris without even stopping, or you can build a whole bridge for yourself without getting off the hoverboard. This is extremely good because it's annoying to constantly have to get out of your rover or buggy, build a little bridge, fill a little gap, and then get back in, and then get back out, and all of that. Using the hoverboard, you never get off of it, you just use your terrain tool directly while driving. You don't even have to stop, you can just keep on going. Another great thing about it is that you can grab items or collect resources while using the hoverboard. So you can just get stuff on the fly. You're just going through the plains of Silva, let's say, and you see some resin. You think, oh, I might need that. You don't have to stop and get out of the vehicle, collect the resin, get back in the vehicle, and then keep on driving. You can just use the hoverboard to go in that direction, use your terrain tool while still moving and collect 1 or 2 resin. If you need more, you can just circle around the deposit, get all the materials you need, and then keep going on your way. So the hoverboard really makes all aspects of the game much easier, from movement to collecting resources to maneuverability and even carrying a ton of stuff. But now let's talk about the storage, because the hoverboard actually takes space from your backpack instead of giving you more storage space. So this could be a negative thing about it, because all of the other vehicles have some kind of storage space, except for the gravity globe, I guess. But every other vehicle gives you more storage, where the hoverboard kind of takes it from you, because you'll need to carry it in your backpack. That being said, if you don't need an extra slot in your backpack and you just want to go somewhere, you won't be bothered by the hoverboard. And as I said in the previous point about the carrying capacity, you can actually carry around a bunch of items on a platform using the hoverboard. So if you really think about it, in a way, it can actually be considered the vehicle with the biggest storage in the whole game. If you have an insanely large platform filled with all types of storages and items, it turns out you can carry more with the hoverboard than with basically any other vehicle. So yeah, look at it that way, and the hoverboard only has pros and no cons. So after going through this whole list of stuff, I think it's safe to say yes, the hoverboard is a little overpowered in Astroneer. But if you want to know how to unlock it, you can watch this video where I unlocked both the hoverboard and the VTOL. It's on screen, so go watch that and I'll see you there. Cheers, Astroneers!